It was an interesting festival because we set off, we had a great launch, some really great people who were going to get involved, and we started off really well, and then within 3 months unfortunately we had the pandemic and had to work very differently for that period, and then it almost felt like we were playing catch up once we came back. But I was really impressed with how people worked as teams. We identified a lot of people in the province we didn't know we had who came forward to help, and I think if you're measuring success by the final result, then obviously we had a target of 2.25 million, so to raise over £3 million was just a fantastic effort from everybody involved really, yeah. So I was very, very happy, and the success for me, okay, the target and the outcome in terms of the finances, but the work that we did together, it really brought the province together. And then the outcomes for the recipients of the charity and the money in the future, that will make a massive difference, not only in Lincolnshire but around the country. So I think it was very much a win-win across all aspects of the festival.
Well, what is the motivation?
It's part of what we do, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Freemasonry is about helping others, about becoming a better person yourself, and getting involved with these sorts of events really is, it provides funding to help people who have found themselves in maybe not an ideal position, people who now can't really enjoy Freemasonry like we can, who have to find other ways to do it. It's a way of providing that funding to enable that to happen.
Yeah, essentially we're part of a community. Everyone is part of a community, and if we can do something to help people within that community, then life's better for all of us. And there is actually evidence that says giving to charity is good for your health because it lowers your blood pressure. I mean, who knew that?
Colin climbed Kilimanjaro first, so
well,
I'll let you.
Well, mine, yes. What we did again, you know, coming up to the fact that I'd retired, I'd decided that I've always wanted to do something sort of big that I would remember, and I'd on the computer one day, and I thought, yeah, do I do the Machu Picchu? Do we do this? We decided I would do Kilimanjaro, so then I needed to set about getting a gang of 10, spoke to Jez and Paul Ellis, and we decided that we'd do it for the festival. That would be great. And we managed to get 7 Masons, 3 non-Masons, to get our own group of 10. And then off we went. It was all organised, up we climbed. Hard, very hard. Would I do it again? Probably not climb Kilimanjaro again. But memories forever. And camaraderie. And again, we managed to raise a princely sum of 10,000, which was fantastic and a good achievement for us all, and we were pleased.
And Colin's very kindly not said, I was meant to do that climb, but actually got misdiagnosed with arthritis in my knee. So although I was involved in some of the planning, I didn't do the trek. But then I made a miraculous recovery, and the following year did do Everest Base Camp, and the year after that I did the National 3 Peaks. And just to repeat, incredible experience. You know, we purposely all said, you know, we fund our own trip because we're going to have the experience of a lifetime. So every penny that we did raise, everything went to the festival, and to be in a position to be able to experience for 8 days or whatever it was when we were doing base camp, and having reasonable weather other than one -14 day with 3 inches of snow, you know, but only one out the trip was a poor day. You know, it was tough, but you know, it will go down. I will never ever forget it. And the National 3 Peaks, we didn't want we didn't want to not achieve a challenge just by not being able to drive from A to B in a certain time. So we didn't do the 24-hour. We did one a day for 3 days, which was hard enough as it was, and we didn't have much time between sleeping, walking, and eating anyway. But every time you were feeling a bit down, either your teammate would push you on. You'd never want to be the first to stop anyway. But every time you did feel really tired, you just say, well, look, there's so many out there that couldn't do it, couldn't probably do the challenge, and you want to help them. Just spurs you on. And that's we did, again, it was a group of 8 of us, I think, did base camp, and followed that up with the 3 peaks as well. A couple of good friends of mine who were non-Freemasons have actually done all 3 as well. They've done them all. They were 2 I introduced to Colin to get to the Kilimanjaro, and they followed it all through.
Still makes me smile when I think about what we achieved.
Big up to Kenny Doig and Dean Edwards for doing all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all work as a huge team. It's everything we've done for the 5 years has been a team effort. So there's been all sorts of really exciting things where we've had concerts, and I'll always be taking my wife and my children to the concerts. There was a couple of concerts where I even took my grandchildren. They were in a castle and there was bands, which was just wonderful to get all the kids together. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't running any of those or part of the organisation of any of those, but certainly participated in a lot of them. And that's a great thing about Freemasonry as well. We always do our Masonic meetings. We don't always involve the wives, the families, but being in festival, it just gave us a real opportunity to do that, which was great. There were so many things happening all over the place, so you could pick and choose, just pick the ones that suited you and your family. Yeah, so didn't organise anything, but had a lot of fun taking part in a lot of things.
Oh, in my case, health issues, British Heart Foundation is close to my heart, children's charities, it's endless really. Looking at caring the community, older people who are struggling, which was a huge thing for us during lockdown. It's not quite part of the festival, but supporting people that need support and don't know how to ask for it.
For me, I'd take a slightly different tack. I don't have one particular cause, and I know, and Adrian's right to flag again, things like mental health over the last few years have been high in this kind of public consciousness. But what I really liked is, unlike elsewhere in Freemasonry with a traditional, for example, ladies' night, where you might nominate 1 or 2 beneficiaries, the thing I really like about the MCF is it's everything. There are so many good causes. It's not just going to go to one specified cause, it's going to go to lots of things. I might not know where some of that goes, but I do know that there'll be due diligence, that it'll be well spent, whether it's locally, nationally or internationally.
To be honest, if it just gets one person to think about, oh, I'm not feeling great, I need to get this sorted out now before it gets worse, it's been worthwhile, hasn't it, to me? And what's been incredible is that it still happens now. I still meet people and they come and give me a big hug and just say thank you. I was following the story, I heard how open you were, I didn't realise I could be that open, and it kind of gave them that open gate to be able to go and talk to somebody to sort it out. And the amount of people that I think now that understand that the MCF can play a part in that to help them. Freemasons I'm talking about, of course, and even Freemasons, their families. I've spoken to so many guys whose sons are struggling, and of course they can get help for their son in the same way. I mean, there is lots of other help out there. There's lots of organisations that help, but the MCFs, the way that they have done it for me, it was just so easy to get. It just wasn't difficult for me to access that help, whereas it's not always that easy. And certainly if you were to ring up the NHS and ask for the help, it certainly isn't that easy there. There's huge waiting lists, and but it was just instant with the MCF, you know. So, yeah, again, to answer that question, I know it's helped more than one person. So for me, that's it. That's everything for me.
Highlight to the Masons from the beginning how important the direct debits can be, not only just on the giving front, but just because it allows the MCF to know what is going to be coming in, so they can plan for what they're going to be able to produce for the people in the future. That was such a massive selling point for me that I was able to commit to that for the entire time, from the get-go. I'd say that's the biggest thing. If everybody was able to do that as much or as little as they can, that'd be fantastic. As I say, mine, it works out about a large cost of coffee per week.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
We shall get our turn in the
Can't
next
wait.
festival cycle, won't we?
We certainly will, yeah.
Hello, my name is Becky, and on behalf of everyone here at QRDM, I want to make a huge thank you to the Lincolnshire Freemasons and the Masonic Charitable Foundation for their very kind donation over the last 3 years. We were very fortunate to receive $8,950, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about where that money went. QRDM is a UK-based charity. They support individuals living with CDM, DM1 and DM2. They facilitate research and awareness and help to support those and their carers living with myotonic dystrophy in the UK. QRDM understands how important it is to meet others living with this condition, able to offer peer support, advice and guidance to other families that understand your circumstances and understand what you're going through. QRDM organises and provides lots of events throughout the year so that families are able to get together, meet each other and share their stories. These events allow families to make lifelong memories. It allows them to have fun in an accessible and safe way, and it also allows that vital peer support from family to family so that we're feeling less alone. The MCF and their kind donation have allowed to support 3 amazing family fun days, bringing families together and making core and lifelong memories. The first was to Legoland, where we welcomed 157 individuals from over 37 families. They travelled from across the UK to meet at Legoland for a weekend of fun. This was an amazing event, and it was lovely to see the families enjoying themselves and offering peer support and being able to meet other families that were in their situation and knew what they were going through. The second event you supported was in December of 2024, when 64 individuals from over 20 families were invited onto the Polar Express, fully organised and funded by QRDM. This was an amazing event. Lots of families got together, some of which it was their first event, and it was an amazing experience to be able to meet other people on such a Christmassy, wintry, magical event. QRDM understands how important it is to meet others living with similar experiences in a safe and friendly environment. QRDM organises and provides events like this throughout the year to enable families to have fun and make memories. The third and most recent event was our weekend at Chester Zoo. 166 individuals joined us here from over 47 families, travelling all over from the UK, people living with CDM, DM1, DM2, their siblings, parents, caregivers, grandparents and friends. This was a weekend of fun, smiles, exploring and getting to spend quality time with family and friends. Myotonic dystrophy is the most variable condition known to science, and therefore predicting progress can be hard. Being able to share real and positive stories and experiences at events like this is vital for us. Events like these just wouldn't be possible without charities and organisations like yours, fundraising and donating to QRDM. Once again, I just want to say a huge thank you to the Lincolnshire Freemasons for their fundraising and their kind donation to QRDM. We simply couldn't do any of this without you. We hope you continue to support us, and we look forward to sharing more on our journey to support research and awareness into myotonic dystrophy, and one day hopefully we'll find a cure. Thank you.
That's what it's about. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
how does that make you feel, seeing that?
well, you can't put a value. It makes me very emotional, actually. So how can you put a value on what we've just seen? Makes it all worthwhile.